What did we talk about in our last show yesterday? If you've had the FOMO and you're sitting on the sidelines because you took profit like I did, the FOMO cure is here. Red days, sale days, all the good shit's on sale. Now we're on the hunt again. Love it.
You are muted, the Crypto Katie, just so you know.
Oh man, remember last time that happened and I got like 2 minutes into it until hi Ann America, and Ann America said, "Hey." Oh man, well, oh, hey Ann America. Well, I'm going to start again right now. Hey Pope, how you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. I am
Good.
doing fabulous.
Good. I've been jonesing all day, man, so I'm ready for this daily fix because there's some stuff that's going on, and it goes exactly with the short that you just mentioned about all the good shit is on sale right now. So I really like to see what your thoughts are because we got a lot of things to look at. So this is where, if you're new here, or as you know, this is where we watch how the money's moving in the market, so we can make better decisions and not decisions with our stupid emotions that are yeah, as you know, Pope, uncontrollable sometimes. So come fix with us so you can see what the heck to do, or not financial advice, a fucking course. And for short, you can call us NFAOFC because this place is all about the nicknames, kind of Crypto Pope. Yeah. What are you thinking? You feeling ready to just get right into it? Money flow.
So much so I cut you off. My bad. I didn't mean
No
to.
problem.
Hilarious.
Keeps me on my toes, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'll start with this over there. Why not?
I'm gonna take over on the controls here. So if something happens, it's my fault, and we'll make it right. Okay, bye.
Yeah, and if you want to ask us any questions on Twitter, on YouTube, it does come straight to us. If you want us to look at any tokens, we'll do that as well. We always look at the money flow cycle, which is the total market cap, all the money in crypto, all of it. I don't exclude anything. And then we look at Bitcoin dominance because Bitcoin is king. Where's that money and how is those two things affecting the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum, which then affects the price of everything else. So the other day we said there was going to be more pain. And the trades we're in are for long term, and I'm not here to panic sell. I look at these areas as opportunity for reaccumulation. And when I look at that, it doesn't mean I want to jump in right away. I said I'll do the hunt. I'll let you know when I'm buying in on the trades again. And I've said there's more pain to come, and I still believe there's more pain to come. And this is why. Let's dig into it. So the market cap on the daily last week, we said to show strength, it needed to hold above this consolidation rectangle in the 4 hours here. And it would be nice to see that micro bear curve, consolidate and move to the upside to our next levels of resistance. And we wanted to hold our daily trend line. But we also said this is a formation of a double bottom, and there's a very good chance it's coming in here. And with what the indicators are telling us now, I believe there's a very good chance of us coming down to the 2.1s. We may even start to see wicks below this area. I don't believe we're in any sort of danger yet.
But you drew that a very long time ago. You know what I mean? Like, I've been watching that whole thing and I didn't really think it was a possibility, but now it's yeah, anyway, it's nice to see that danger thing come in. Oh, and America said it's stink bids time. Totally.
We're going to definitely be looking at them. So, I mean, let's clean this up a bit for the week ahead. It was very important to hold this. What we have here is our trend where we've been going through. mostly on candle bodies, and we've ignored the wicks and the extremity on the all-time high. So we have to trust our indicators. And right now, the indicators are telling me more money is going to leave. And when more money leaves the market, everything goes down. Now, is this doom and gloom and the bull run is over? No. This is exactly what they want. This is exactly how the game is played. And there's shakeouts. And when you look at long and shorts and liquidity, that was all just eaten, and you go into even more depth. None of this is ever really a surprise for me. And we're still in this realm.
I'm so glad. Can I interrupt for just a second?
Oh,
I'm so glad you said that, because when you went back, I was going to say right before you zoomed out, like in this tiny area, in this kind of emotional trend, we are in that capitulation stage, right? And that's where the panic happens, and that's where um, people just keep selling their shit because they're terrified. And so now it looks like we're in that. And so you went back, and just how it's mirroring itself now. So what we're waiting for on the next part of the emotional scale is that consolidation and that compression, right?
and getting the greed out is a good thing too, right? And right now, if we just look at indicators and the money flow, money is leaving. More money is about to leave. Now, it can turn around at any moment, of course, but the indicators aren't telling us that. I want to believe that. And I do long term. But on the daily, what do we got here? We like bellies to see the turnarounds. We got straight down and spread. We've shown strength coming back, and then we held this line to only push below it again. So if we zoom in to get a better understanding, we can see our critical greed fire, or critical fear at this point. Critical fear and greed is our indicator if you're new not watching, or watching for the first time. It's right there. Ooh, I should turn some of these on. Leave this one on. So we can start to see it wanting to curl on the 4. We've played this game before. This was geopolitical events. Sorry, actually, this was geopolitical events. And this has just been the reaction ever since. But we're still within our consolidation area and where we've been. And if we don't get this curl, I'm on draw.
Anne America has a question. Would it be wise to sell part of our holdings with the hope of buying in with the what the fuck zone? Or is that too risky if it decides to shoot up? Well said.
Well, see, that's a good point. That's a great question, and it's easier to do that on a token by token basis to see how it's responding. And you have to have the time allowance. Like if that's your trading time allowance, because this could easily reverse on a few 4-hour candles as well. And then if you've sold out, now you're buying in again and you're playing that game. And we can see here on the 4-hour, we're in critical fear. And we haven't been down here, Wednesday, the 13th, early March. And this is where people were wishing they were getting in for that next rocket. I don't think we're coming down into here. If you're wondering and you have the time and you want to get out of something, there's always going to be another green candle. So don't panic sell right away and get out. Wait for a green, get out. And then if you want to be back in that ecosystem, let's look at when the belly of the bear is, or if you want to play safer, just wait for the cross. Buy the red candle after the cross and then ride it out until you get the next one. And that's for tokens. Obviously, we're looking at total market cap. And America, I hope that helps. So for these, and the reason I haven't taken these trades or cashed them out, we're slightly underwater, and only slightly because of how we used our strategy to get in to deal with the black swan. So when that happens, we're following the strategy of money on the sidelines, and we want to enter again if it goes lower. Like I was saying, I was still waiting because I'm probably going to rebuy all these positions, but I think we still might possibly have more pain, which means just better entry on these positions. At what point do I cut them to where I start rebuying in? I would need a significant change on a higher time frame and a stronger indication towards not just a shakeout. Like we've been playing in this area. If the indicators are still pointing down and we start getting into here, it could be a pretty quick fall. And then it is at that point where it's just cutting that little bit of a loss, takes the tax credit, rebuy the bottom. And as a trader, when I do make those decisions, I'm watching closely. Right now, I'm dealing with 99% of my day as IRL. It's not trading because the whole point of these trades is long term. And I know there's going to be ups and downs in dollar entries. On the 4 hour, let's get rid of the daily drawings and we'll work on the 4 hour. For me, not to really get nervous at the moment, we definitely need to start doing something like that. It could happen fast, it can curve. But if it does start to go down and get into here, that's when I'll be live and I'll tell you my thoughts at the time. I don't have that answer at the moment. I'm in positions where I can eat that loss and I'm not worried, and I'll make it back on faster trading if I had to. But for now, a little more pain, and I think good entries. And this is where we'll be watching. This is a major area in here now to hold. And by the look of it, we're still going to have some probably action in and above this bottom $2.1 trillion market cap. But it only takes, a market to wake up and buy to shift it. And that's why it's important to watch on the smaller time frames. There's your 3 up, take profits, hopefully a new higher low. We start to see this curl on the 2 hour be more like this. I'm going to leave it because it's for the 4, but I think you get the point. And it's been a long time since we've been down here, and there is a lot of fear. And this is when it is typically a good time to buy fear. So I haven't really looked at the dominance. I'm assuming there it is, just right around that middle. We got the cross where we thought the cross was. I said this is where we wanted it to rip because we want money to come in into the ecosystem as opposed to leave it. And sadly, that is what it did. We haven't been in an alt run yet this year. We've seen some good gains in alts. Absolutely. We've been playing a bunch of them since January, but we still haven't had an alt run. So we need Bitcoin to start getting money back into the total market cap. And then we can watch the dominance drop with the market cap staying the same for our alt runs. Speaking of Bitcoin, I mean, look at that double bottom we talked about. And these were our entries before geopolitical events. We were catching this belly to go here, and we've talked many times. Hopefully, you sold high. And now these areas of our entry for Bitcoin at that time, you know, are going to become resistance now. Everybody's asking, where is it going to hold? Where is it going to bounce? I mean, we haven't changed these lines. We said yesterday we wanted to see this curl as opposed to come down. As it comes down, price is going down. Clearly, it didn't curl.
But I mean, to complete that double bottom, it would have to go down there. So wouldn't that be, not that I want to use the term safer, but wouldn't that be a reasonable place to stop, especially if we're anticipating it?
Mm-hmm. You know, but the indicators right now are straight down and spread. Now you can see we haven't added this line on the daily for ages. Look where that wick came right down to.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right. And now it's bouncing right in between our daily consolidation box of candle body, which is no longer, because that body would have changed that. So that body now there is our consolidation box, and this is going to be resistance. Now it might do one of these candles and just go back up. If it does, it's completing the double bottom formation. Right now, there is no indication from the indicators saying it wants to go to the upward side. We have stochastic saying price entry is still going to be better in the future, which means price is typically going down. RSI is healthy at that point. We've had too much greed anyways. You know, but we can update Bitcoin now on the daily, on the last candle. You know, and it has broken this from here, which it needed to hold. I think it's going to hold this area here and want to fight back up. And then this is going to be probably drop somewhere into there. And it's going to slowly walk up the line is what I would like to think is going to happen. We'll see.
Yeah. You know, we should do this again tomorrow at 7 p.m. and watch those indicators, because it's really interesting to watch them just kind of belly and then drop again, belly and drop again.
Yeah.
There's the critical. I was surprised I hadn't seen it already.
On
What timeline is that, at 4 hour?
This is on the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. I mean, that still is indicating downward pressure. I think we'll see candle bodies and wicks all in this area. It's going to be fighting between 59 and just over 60. And we may even see some like flush out wicks below it. What's over here?
Yeah, it's got a lot of support and resistance around that. Look at that wick going down there too. That candle's insane.
Mm-hmm. So the next major one is the 57.3, the 4 hour. The next one on the 4 hour. I love when that lines up. I don't think we're going to 57, to be honest. I think we bounce. We might get a stinky wick, and then we try to get back on this trend. We'll see, though, because this could literally also to flush out some longs or stop losses if there's a lot in. I'd like to think this. ETH coming right back to these retest levels. Probably gonna get, clearly we did not hold here, which we were saying you had to hold here to go to the upside. Failure to hold here will bring you down. Do that. We're on the daily. Okay. I think we go off that. That's the, or even faster would be nice, but most likely you might get wicks down and into just like we did these previous areas here. Stochastic is saying it's coming down. Our micro bear, micro bull is saying coming down. Or entry on the 4 hour by Bollinger, still not quite the belly though. I mean, this would have been a great entry.
There might be a better one around the corner.
It all boils back to what this is doing. And unless this recovers, we'll just continue to see more pain. And if it shows stabilization and then the possibility of recovery, then that's when I look for my entries. Because right now, if I buy again, there's no promise it's not another falling knife. You know, so we had bad timing with, you know, buying the day before a black swan event. Now we're dealing with how do you manage that and move on? How do you analyze the market? Does that help? Any questions?
No, man, we're just hanging. That was really great, though, just because of just how it's going. I'm learning a lot, just how it's going and how to manage my emotions. And I'm glad I'm only in long-term trades. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Are we going through all of our trades today?
We'll look at the time. Not bad at Mo. Like what I was gonna say when people are like, I've had a few DMs like, oh, when are you gonna fast trade? I only fast trade in bullish crosses when the market's moving to the upwards direction. It just helps mitigate your loss. We haven't had that since the Black Swan event, minus a couple of really small tokens in small places. But for all in all, we just haven't returned back to that daily micro bull. And it looks like it's going to be a while for that. So, and that's why I keep talking about now is the time for accumulation. But we don't want to keep buying in. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. For these re-entries, it can happen fast. The market can turn around just as fast as it dumps. So being on the sidelines ready is good if that does happen. We'll obviously be on the Discord or do a live stream right away. But if you want to have a quick look at our trades.
Well, and also I just wanted to say, you know, if you want to, because I mean, people get to watch these indicators that we are using and that you had created, but people can also have these indicators to apply on tokens that they're looking at, because one of the ones I find really, really helpful is the micro bear, micro bull. And that one seems to be kind of the one that's really helpful. And then the more experienced traders are kind of adding all these nuances and other indicators. But if you want to join, just kind of go and sign up, and then you can talk on our Discord, just like Kenna Crypto Pope was mentioning, because that's where, you know, it's really helpful to just to follow things up when we're not online with you. And and America, I love The NFA OSE indicators.
Thank
Almost
you.
like it sounds like we paid you to say that. Much appreciate. But yeah, I mean, just give them a try because you can only see them on what we're trading on. Obviously, the money flow cycle, right? But you can use them on any of these other tokens that we don't always see, but you can apply all of these things to those tokens, which is great.
Yeah, they work on any trading pair. And the strategy and the theory for them all stay the same. And that's the beautiful thing about it. So you can trade whatever you're comfortable with, whatever level you're comfortable with, but the tools and the strategy always stay the same. And, there's always so many chicken littles and misinformation out there. It's just a good way to look at data. I would say numbers don't lie, people do, right? So why don't we get into a quick look at our trades?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Well, when markets are doing this, and we said there was pain coming and we'd be buying lower entries again, that should kind of lead to understanding that probably most of the market is underwater. It means you're a little behind or a little below in your trades, you're down, however you want to look at it. This is where we have made a couple entries and then had to play with geopolitical events to reconcile. And I don't want to keep, as the expression is called, catching falling knives, buying entries on the constant way down. And we've had good entries on all of these where you could have already taken profit and bid out. And if I was short-term trading, I would have done that. We've also said it in the show, if you want to take profits, no one's going to blame you for taking profits. No one goes broke by taking profits. I did this as an example to show you how to long-term trade, and you don't have to worry about if you sign into your trading account every day and you go, oh my God, I'm down a few $100,000 today or $10,000 today or whatever that number is, and it's stressing you out and you're long trading, you shouldn't be looking every day. When markets in the crypto markets can have 20, 30, 40% swings. And if you let those swings, you can't enjoy the goods and not understand the bads. You got to understand, okay, we're set out in these trades for a few months. There's probably going to be some times where the market, it's just the way crypto works. And that's why we always say cash on hand, buying again. The geopolitical part is always the monkey wrench, like the black swan. And it was kind of a trigger for the reversal for sure. Same with the all-time high and the halvening. But we've still been in this consolidation box of our total market cap and where the price of Bitcoin has been moving from the top to the bottom of. And we said we're going to look at a lot of chop, like up and down. So we started this show with a short, red days are opportunity. So if you have been on the sidelines and you're looking to get in, buy red candles. Same thing. Would I be buying right now? No, because we're probably going to have a little more pay. Now, for 1 inch, it is looking like on the 4 hour, it wants to hear. We have our critical fear firing. That's a good indication to say. We got a buy-in on stochastic. This is a green or a red out, green in on Bollinger Band. Just our indicator changes the color of it. You can see by the wick. And that's an entry by Bollinger. We still don't have the belly, and we don't know what the total market cap it is doing. So it could still probably come down to these levels from this previous 4 hour consolidation. Green box is a 4 hour consolidation box. So we were able to stay out of it and stay in this one, and then we broke right into it. And it looks like we're holding, and we're right in the middle of this. So it's not going to be a big surprise to me if I see it kind of bounce around in this box. Now you might get a stinky wick, down in these levels, kind of a thing. So maybe an entry down here would be good. I don't want to put one there yet because it could also, possibly go down to these levels, these daily levels of support. What's going to change is the market and the total market cap. Looking like it wants to do that. If I'm looking for another re-entry on 1 inch, I'm still waiting for a few more candles to verify. That's the patience part. But if you're new and you are watching, like the week, a lot of these are targets are juicy percentages. We're trying to finish off a couple cup and handles of good tokens, some of what we've been trading since January, and have had great returns. So this, if you've never been in these kind of situations before, it's a good learning exercise, and I hope it helps.
Remember, this is not financial advice, a fucking course, but it is a little financial education. Situation.
They're listening to a talking ape at the end of the day.
You know what? We should do our faces tomorrow. We haven't done our faces in a hot minute.
It's true. It has all been IRL. I'm down.
Totally. I may have to shower for this tomorrow, but I'm willing to do it. What's up, Quan?
Looks like same thing. A lot of these are going to be in very similar situations. So, you can go from bottom entry, it's a 5% drop. Nobody likes that. And then from our top entry, it's gross, but we bought in heavier down here to get more to do it. I'm just going to do a lot of these quickly because they're going to be almost all identical. Some will have a little different strength. Algorand looks like it's already above our bottom entry or right at it. I mean,
and some of these were in, some of these were not. We're just
I mean, there was great chance to take profit. Now it looks like this might be a belly, good area to get in again and ride it all over again to the long-term target as well. AVAX, the one I've been saying most disappointing out of all. Coming back to our lowest entry. Again, all long-term trades. Cello is one we've done extremely well with this year. And we were saying, look how low it could come. And it's even looking like it's going to come possibly in this area again.
Is that hot wick back in, what was it? Even further.
Oh, this one?
Right there, yeah. Is that a possibility? Are you considering that area?
I don't know. I really want to see more candles on the 4-hour on the total market cap.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That is a total possibility if we break 2 trillion, if we go sub 2 trillion, oh, hell yeah, that wick is possible and probably below it.
Yeah, and because there's a weekly line down there as well, right? So there's definitely a draw at some point.
Yeah. And that's why I say danger because, and we've talked about this before, the entire market cap of crypto, every crypto combined, is still the only net worth of like some companies on the S&P 500. So we have to understand how little money is actually in. It's a lot of money that we talk about, and it is, but comparative to other markets, this is a drop in the bucket. And that's why when it really goes and we say we're early, it's going to go. It's not going to happen overnight. The bull run has been going on already since last 2 years. I've been talking about it. We've been doing higher highs, higher lows. There's a natural retracement, but it's how do you play them when you get dealt a black swan, and then there's always the SEC is always going to be involved. There's always going to be some weird tweets or some weird laws or some weird shit that affects price, and you just have to be ready for it and play it. Cello, I mean, we have targets now that are probably another 10% over that. We've done hundreds of percent already this year with Cello. I'll be watching in this area probably for a buy-in. It seems reasonable that you should be able to get an entry here. But like I said, I want to wait. I want to know what the total market cap is doing before I enter anything. Look at that. Would it get down here? Remember when we said question, do we think it would get down here? Crazy. That was a great entry. Whoever was able to buy dot down here to there. And in these kind of markets, if you're trading fast and you're seeing that it's breaking and it's done that much of a dip, yeah, there's a quick 6.5% in a few hours. Red days are buy days.
That's a quick trade. You know, that's a quick trade.
Yeah, and that's kahunas. But if you just bought our critical fear indicator and sold it in profit, you know, there's one way to trade right there. You can just trade off critical greed and fear.
Another indicator I love. Another
So
of our indicators I love, which is what I should say.
When we do see it, you know, it does add a little strength. Phantom coming right back into this daily consolidation area, which arguably we could update probably to when we came down to entry by Bollinger, entry by Stochastic, looking like it wants to curl. The market definitely is giving a lot of entries. Since we already are in a lot of these trades, I just want a little better confirmation. And if that confirmation comes with a big rip and it takes off right away, I'm not overly upset to have more, just to have cash on the sidelines and have a recovered account. You know, it depends on, always comes back to your trading style, how much time you have. I can't wait to show you how I fast trade when we have a bullish cross on dailies.
You've been itching, an itchy ape.
I miss it, but it has been great to get all the IRL stuff done lately. This is a premium example of it didn't even come down to our bottom entry here, which rallied all the way up to our above. Didn't make it back down here. This is showing strength, wanting to curl, gave you an entry, red out, green in, giving you an entry. Fetch is actually looking solid right now. Filecoin looking like that 10% under, holding the daily support at the Mo. You might catch some more wicks down in here. Might be a good entry. I will be having a look later. I will be, and if we start to see a mass turnaround, I'll let it be known on the Discord, but I'm not expecting it, to be honest. H-bar pulling right down the middle. It's still massively in profits from all of our dollar cost averaging. And it also rocketed with a little misinformation news. Could be coming down with a micro bear, could be recovering and holding. Not worried even still, because long-term trading is still in profits. Chainlink, critical. This is a no-brainer to be. This makes no sense to me. Man, it just wants to look like it wants to do that in some regard, and you might get some more entries in this kind of level with some wicks. Same thing though. Look at that spread. It's still down. Entry, entry. I mean, we got to remember we were only here a week ago. So, but I do want to make sure we're holding a minimum of our same. We don't want to go lower to turn around. That loses its bullishness. Telcoin, we didn't bother. Talked about it enough why we didn't. Telos is still in profit from all of our entries. This has been this is what's actually been keeping a good chunk of this trade portfolio in a better position. And we said when we got this cross, it would have three possibilities here, down here, and now it came all the way down to this level. Worked its way up, might come back down into here before it curls again. Great recovery, great if you took the profits when we said for short term, if you wanted to, who would fault you? Lots of legs left for the bull run. Man, look at that. Where did that end up? Wow. This has pain too to come on the daily. Look at that spread. Might get it in at 2.4. That'd be interesting. Definitely got that double bottom we talked about, or we said it could curl, went that way, and then just the market today, just last 2 days, just down, trying to find that bottom and hold it.
I'm not happy that it plummeted down there, man, but I'm happy that that double bottom played out so I could see it happen, you know? You don't know it till you see it. Like, we can watch all of these shows back, and it just shows, even if it's not active, it just shows you kind of how to read it and everything. Even if you watch the old shows, especially at the beginning when we broke it down. It was great.
And it followed a lot of what we were doing, and I always try to give more than just one possibility. Where's the bearish, where's the bullish, and what determines those two paths. And it's always going to boil down to the total money flow. So for now, same thing. I am not the sky is falling. I'm not panicking, selling out any of these positions. I am excited because I do think we have some juicy entries, but we probably have also other good entries on other tokens now that have had attention or profits taken out of them. So it might be a fresh hunt. And maybe we cut some of our loss on some. I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Doubtful, but there may be some where you just have to at that point. It's just sensible trading. Right now, I don't see anything in that position to do. It's just about understanding that these things happen. They suck. And it makes you appreciate the good days when they happen. So keep your head up. If you do have questions, you can always jump in our Discord. We can look at a token specifically. If you're massively stressed out, it could be a sign you're playing with too much money that you can't afford to be losing. And when you play with emotion, you'll never win. So just be a little more sensible when it comes to that kind of thing.
Well, this is why we call it the daily fix also, because I remember this is AA meeting down the street from my house. It's called happy hour, like come and talk your way through it, because like Pope said, if you've got too much percentage, and that's one of the things we talk about here too, is if like you're trading at too big a percentage and you're, struggling to do things in your life that you're responsible for, it's too much. And so we can kind of take you through that. And we got a great team. Oh, one thing I did want to mention, Pope, is in 2 days, I don't know, you and I haven't even talked about it, but in 2 days we have a draw on the 80th show, my friend. 2 days to go. So I was gonna suggest because people have a couple more days to sign up for the Discord, and then you get all those indicators we were talking about, access to all the modules we do, talking you down from a ledge, and yeah, and Quan even said like emotions in check, 100%, and showed to find some like positivity in the red days, just like the short you showed at the beginning. It's like this is when we get happy. This is when it's time. So yeah, so sign up, follow us. What is it? Follow us on X and anything else?
YouTube, we don't have a lot of stuff there. Most of our stuff is obviously Twitter, and it's all
Yeah.
word of mouth. If you're liking this, you're more than welcome to come join us in the Discord. You're more than
And this
welcome
is
to
for
use
all
our-
markets, right? Too.
Yeah, this will work in anything.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't even have to
So,
be our token, the tokens that we look at. This is not financial advice.
of course.
Course.
And
Anyway.
show 80, we're giving away a prize. Show 90, we're giving a prize. And
Mhm.
show 100, we're giving away a prize.
I can't believe we got this far already. So I'm stoked to be like sharing some stuff with some people. I'm excited.
Yeah, we got some stellar prizes coming, and it'll be, all you got to do is be following us, retweeting when we do it. It's really simple. We just want to give away to our community and have some fun with it. And I've been blessed to be in the community, the ecosphere, the system, the cryptoverse, whatever it's all called, for quite some time, and I've met some cool projects and teams. One of them is the Sanware, San Audio, SAN. We're going to give away one of those headphones for the 100th episode. We have some Diesel physicals.
Oh yeah.
We have some NFTs. We have all sorts of things. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Don't panic, but also let's wait for a little confirmation for better entries. Looking like there's probably still some more pain. And don't believe, all the chicken littles, the sky is falling.
All the fun and everything, yeah.
We definitely flushed out a lot of longs. Now the shorts are about to get flushed out. We'll level out that fear greed meter, and it'll be nice to see the rebound. A lot of the experienced traders that have bought in are selling right now. Now, granted, they also bought in a lot longer ago, but for the ones I know, nobody I know is selling. I'm not selling. I'm looking at accumulating. It's just not that time quite yet, but soon. So soon.
And America says that we're the best, but I just think she's biased because she won the DGen giveaway. The very first giveaway we did was supposed to be on the 70th, but Pope suggested we did it on the DGen 69, and America won that one.
Not the first giveaway. We did do the 5 days of Christmas and gave away Gucci now.
Oh yeah, the first of this session of giveaways, but the Christmas ones were fun.
Yeah, I guess it's this year. That was Christmas last year. It's the first one's of this year. That's a good point.
That's right. After we started the show.
Thanks again for everybody tuning in. We will see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. We also have the Crypto Junkies now every Sunday, 11 a.m. PST, 8 o'clock in the UK. Amir and Ryan are mods, callers, TA, analysis in our Discord. They're crushing it, have made some stellar calls, and you really should check their show out. It's a lot of fun. That's it for me, Crypto Katie.
Yeah, they're pretty fun to just hang and chill with too. They got a pretty good vibe going on, and that seems to be a good time for people to watch. So come on in and ask questions, right? Because they're down for answering stuff. So yeah, throw your comments in there, and if you're in the Discord, then throw some questions in there. That's cool too. Pope, let's get the hell out of here because I want to go touch some more grass, or otherwise. What do you say?
Let's do it. See you guys tomorrow.
Later, guys.